Alright, I'm going to try to make this video again. It was interrupted by my alarm. I just woke up. I had a dream. In the dream, I was in a place or a city, and I remember looking up at the sky. I saw different types of planes and fighter jets up there, and it was unusual activity in the sky in a part of the country where I'm at. So I remember calling my father on the phone and saying, "Listen, I think something's about to happen." And he kept saying, "Nah, everything's fine." I said, "No, there's a lot of planes in the sky. It's just unusual activity, especially in the part of the country where I'm at." Then I was in this high school. I remember there was a lot of people around, and I was trying to warn everyone that something was about to happen. Then I was back out in this city. I was out of this school, and to me, I felt like I was in Philadelphia, which I don't live far from Philadelphia, but that's where I believe I was at. And I was in the inner city of Philadelphia, I remember. In fact, I grew up in the inner city, so that's kind of where I was in my childhood area, I guess. In the dream, I was with three people, three females. I think one was my mother, my sister, and I think one was my daughter. I don't know where my father was. I don't know where my other two daughters were, or my other two sisters. But it was me and those three. And the next thing I know, it was now dark out, and I saw an explosion in the distance. And I knew right away. I said, "Wow, that's it. That's the bomb." So I remember seeing the fireball of the bomb, and then I remember seeing it going up into a mushroom, because I was waiting to see what type of bomb it was and how we could try to take shelter. We were near we're in between these concrete steps or structure, so we all we lied down while this, nuclear shock wave passed by us. And I remember observing it and thinking to myself, "Wow, that's powerful." I remember what I noticed about it was the fire that swept across. I mean, I'm thinking in the dream, why isn't it not consuming me and these three other people, and how powerful it was. And it was just devastating. It was scary. But anyway, that passed, that shock wave, and we got up, and now it was a matter of trying to seek shelter, because I had a fear that another bomb was going to go off. Well, that never actually happened, but we got up, and then I was alone. I remember, oh man, I remember so many things that are coming to me now, but I remember trying to seek shelter. Then I was by myself. I was trying to seek shelter, and I had my cell phone, and I remember trying to make calls on the cell phone to try to reach, loved ones and other people. And I was able to see a graph of, I guess, the cell phone's tower or structure, and how when I tried making the call, how it wasn't able to go through. You could see. I could see that it wasn't connecting on the other side to the tower to be able to reach the other people that I was trying to call. I know it sounds weird, but that's what I saw. So basically, having a cell phone was useless after this attack. I remember a part of the dream. I remember hiding in the dream, taking shelter, because these military people were looking for people to kill them. They were going from house to house or from place to place, and I remember hiding, and I remember two different times. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, this is what I dreamt. I keep dreaming, having these dreams This is my 5th or 6th dream already over the course of the past couple, actually probably 7th dream now, over the course of the past couple of years. Now, in the dream, the troops that I saw in the dream, I took them as being Russian troops. And you have to remember something. When I started having these dreams, this was prior to us having any kind of issues with Russia. I mean, we were sort of allies with them not that long ago. And I don't know if I'm having these dreams because of all these events that are taking place over in Ukraine. And, you know, I don't trust Russia. I'm sorry if you're Russian and you're hearing this. I apologize. I'm not prejudiced. But in the dream, it was like, well, two things were revealed to me in the dream beside what I just mentioned already. One was that it was our own country testing a bomb. They were literally testing it on the people to see what would happen and what reaction would come from it. Don't know why that was revealed to me, but it felt like the United States knew that something was going to happen. Let me say it that way. Like they were almost part of it. You can call it conspiracy, call it what you want. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I dreamt. But then the dream, I was also alluded to the idea that in the dream, that the Russians, that it was a sneak attack. I kept telling my father on the phone, when I was on the phone with him before the bomb hit, that it's going to be a sneak attack. That's I remember that word. Now I had other dreams before, and in one particular dream, I kept hearing the word invasion. I heard that word 3 times. So in this dream, I kept hearing the word sneak attack. That it's going to come as a surprise. Obviously, we're not going to know about it, and it's just going to happen suddenly, and it's going to be sudden destruction. I just had that dream literally, crazy dream. I didn't sleep well at all, obviously, because it was a traumatic dream, and I hope and pray that never happens. But for some reason, I keep having these dreams, but again, the important parts of the dream were that the U.S. knew, or they were somehow part of this plot, or it was a sneak attack by the Russians. I don't know. I'm looking at, what's going on around the world. Iran, you have Russia, you have China, and now you have North Korea. They all have